Tom Brady looked sharp as ever against the Panthers.
I think he has more arm talent. You know, he works with Tom House where rotational force, like ground force becomes rotational force, so you're throwing with the rest of your body. I think his arm looks better at 42 than it did at 22 or 23. Like that's
you
Tom
believe
Brady.
in that? This is from your ex-teammate. Right. This man's got rings.
See, the thing,
right?
So does he.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You're like,
we got a couple of them together.
This is a level playing field here.
But for me, I think the thing is that people like with Tom Brady, they're expecting him to all of a sudden one day wake up and he's Tim Tebow throwing the football. Right. That's not gonna happen. It's a gradual. It's a step here. It's a misthrow there. It's slow read here. That's how it is, Skip. It's not, nobody just jumps into the ocean. And that's what you expect in him. Well, I didn't see that. No. But Pro Football Focus, what they say, Skip? You love that. You always read to me what they say.
I told you how badly they swung and missed on Dak, right?
How they swing and miss on him?
Well, 17th. He's a top 10 quarterback, but go ahead. So they got Tom Brady number one.
In college, you top 10 in college,
okay.
but you don't mean it. But what are you talking about?
Okay, so they said he took a step back, and I disagree with that. I didn't see step back last year. I saw him beat Mahomes twice and beat Aaron Rodgers, win at Chicago. I don't know.
But he beat Mahomes, but couldn't beat Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
He couldn't beat Matthew Stafford.
Were they in position to be the number one seed in the AFC?
I don't know anything about the number one seed. I'm just saying, Skip.
Except for the Miami Miracle, right?
I think that the issue you get into as an older player, and you know, Shannon can attest to this as I can, is your ability to recover, your ability to bounce back, your ability to every week answer the bell. Like that comes into question. There will be games where your body just doesn't respond the way you want it to respond, but like you manage those games, you get through those games, still in pressure-packed situations, back-to-back Super Bowls, one he threw for over 500 yards. I mean, the guy can still absolutely sling it. So that part has not dropped off. And from the neck up, I mean, there's nobody better.
Okay. You know and I know there's going to come a point after he's 45 years of age where he would try to come out for preseason, and you would suddenly say, I'm not seeing the release I used to see. It's a little slower on the draw than it used to be, or I'm going to see the velocity dip 5 miles, 10 miles an hour. You would just see it because it just starts happening over time.
If it decreased 5 or 10, he better not take his butt out there and try to throw the ball.
All right, but I'm just saying, did you see that last night? No. Nope.
I will tell you what I'm going to see. I'm going to see him in another uniform next year.
I don't know.
For 3 years, you said he was going to finish playing football at the end of this year. So now we're up to the 4th year where now you've amended your prediction to he's going to still play for another team.
No, wait. But I did not anticipate that his dad, that he would ask his dad to intervene. He called his dad on the principal because he was being bad and the principal disciplined him, and he called his dad, and his dad handled that.
Was Dad right?
Now, I'm not saying that he's right.
Was he right?
The principal is Coach Belichick. Okay, he's not wrong. He runs a great school. He runs a great school.
Okay, so he would have gone with Jimmy G. Would they have the Super Bowl rings that they have?
You looking at Jimmy G in San Francisco. Look at Jimmy G in New England with that system.
Would Tom Brady have another Super Bowl ring elsewhere if he had been
let go? It all
let
depends
go?
on where he went.
Yeah.
Where would he go? I mean,
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he went to the right situation, Peyton went to the right situation.
Okay, so it is painfully clear to me that Belichick is now fast-tracking Jarett Stidham to be the next Brady, to be the next Jimmy G, and that he gave him so many snaps in the preseason. Jarett Stidham's now thrown 62 balls just in the preseason. Tom Brady's thrown a grand total of 12, and that's over and out for this preseason, because I'm pretty sure unless Belichick defies any sort of conventional wisdom and forces Tom to play in Game 4. I don't know.
He messed around and put Tom out there, and Tom take a hit and get hurt.
Yeah.
He have to leave New England.
You think so?
They would run him up out of the... But Skip, they put that man in the 4th game, and you mess around and get... Because anything can happen. He takes a fluke hit, runs, and somebody falls on him. No, you're not running that risk.
Down, Bill would be happy.
He's not running that
go on into the next era, because you know and I know, before he's through, Bill wants the opportunity to show he can win a Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
Okay, do you blame him? I don't blame him for that.
I've always said, you think the egos are big in the locker room? Walk upstairs to the coach's offices. There's some egos. There's some egos up there too.
Everybody, Skip. Everybody thinks it's them. I mean, we won Super Bowls, and the people that cut the grass, you know how that grass was. They had it right for y'all at practice. And people that bring the meals in there, man, them sandwiches was good. You remember that Thursday? I had them sandwiches right. Whoa, wait a minute.
Okay.
Everybody wants credit, Skip.
I like it.
Jarett Stidham looked really good last night, but I warn you that in the previous preseason game, he threw 2 balls that could have been pick 6. I will warn you, I watched at least 2 of his games at Auburn last year where he looked a little lacking of poise in the pocket, where he looked a little under fire and starting to come apart.
Well, I will say this, just based on last night's game. When I'm watching film, I don't watch it as a fan, I'm watching it as an analyst, and I always look for rewindable moments. Moments where I'm like, man, let me look at that again.
Right.
Like, I watched this kid manipulate a pocket very much like Brady manipulates a pocket. I have seen so many guys this preseason run themselves into sacks. They get pressure, they escape out the back end, they get torched, right? Where he gets edge pressure, he's walking up in that pocket. I saw one play where I guarantee you he scrambled 9 yards and never left the pocket. He scooted up, he moved to the right, he moved to the left, he found a window, and he completed a pass, threw a dig, threw with anticipation. But the big thing was how you manipulate a pocket, how you operate inside a pocket without ever actually looking at the rush, with just feeling the rush. I think that's an innate ability. And I saw that out of him, and it made me rewind the tape. I watched it this morning. I rewound the tape 2 or 3 times, watching him just, not even the throw, just watching him operate within a pocket. And I was impressed. And I also saw him self-sack himself. So basically, the guy had pressure right there and just kind of dropped. And I was like, that's a veteran presence. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be the next Tom Brady. I'm just saying I like that aspect of his game.
Could he replace Tom Brady next year?
Well, I mean, he would be, in my mind, I know what Brian Hoyer is. So would that kid, like, if he continued to progress, would that kid give you a better opportunity? I will say this about the New England Patriots, and I think this is important. They are in the business of drafting and developing quarterbacks, and they do it on a year-to-year basis. Look at all the quarterbacks that have gone on to play that they've gotten value from. Like, here's another example of, let's take a guy, let's see if we can develop him, see what he becomes. I mean, they got value out of Ryan Mallett. They made people think that Ryan Mallett could play. Like, they do it every year. Matt Castle.
Danny Etling.
Jimmy G. So, but for me, Skip, look, have we seen a quarterback really play bad in that system in New England? Everybody look good because it's that system. And Coach Belichick, you know you don't have to. You're not gonna have to go out there and score 35 points because Coach Belichick's defense is not gonna give up 35 points very often. A few occasions here and there, maybe 5 or 6 times in the course of 20 years. But if you don't turn the ball over, Josh McDaniels done a great job coaching those guys up, and that's his job. The one thing you can say about New England, they develop players. And they'll take, if they like somebody that's on another team, look at the linebackers. All
Van
Noy, Mike Vrabel. He was in Pittsburgh. They took him and turned into a 3-time Super Bowl champ. That's what they do, Skip. He believes in his system. And
Tom Brady invented that system.
But that's not what Coach did. That might be true, but Coach Belichick doesn't believe that.
Right. You mentioned, Van Noy. There's a guy that was considered a first-round bust in Detroit who's come to New England.
He's their best defensive player.
He's a great player.
Yeah. Of the front 7, he's the best player right now.
You talk about development.
So this man is on the record earlier in this show saying Brian Hoyer will soon be cut and that traded, and that Jarett Stidham will be the backup quarterback going into Game 1. You buying that?
No. That one I don't buy. I think that you're still in the development process. I mean, remember when Tom Brady came into the league, New England kept 4 quarterbacks on their active roster. And I do not understand. This is a trend in the National Football League. We're going to keep 2 quarterbacks, right? Because of that, we need to keep that one special teams guy, that 53rd man on the roster. The last time I checked, they dressed 46. So that 53rd man on the roster never actually dresses for a game.
Right.
So why would you not keep 3 quarterbacks and develop a guy? I think they'll keep 3.
He's been there
So do
5
I.
seasons, right, Hoyer?
Brian Hoyer
Yeah.
is as valuable a backup quarterback
And doing
as there
what?
is in the
Because
league.
he's never going to get a chance to play.
Well, I
When
hope
that
he
time-
doesn't. I'm
But
not
knock
Knock on wood. I'm going to knock
He gets Brady coffee.
Yeah,
It's probably organic
But
coffee.
he knows it, and he
Do you
could step
think
in.
he
if
could win a
needed.
couple of games? You better believe
Yeah,
it.
Jarett Stidham, in that offense, with that system, Jarett Stidham could win. He'd win the division.
Baloney.
He'd win the division. You said New England
Right
wouldn't win the Steve.
I think
Sorry.
I think that that would be it would be interesting. I'd love to see it.
So would I.
The Jets,
Castle. Remember, Castle went 11-5.
the Jets. Think about it.
But that team the year before was 16-0. So I mean, it was a 5-game drop-off.
But think about this now: Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets. That's their competition. And you don't believe.
Do you know
Stidham
what?
might be the best quarterback in that division outside of Brady. Why you talking?
Do you know what Greg Williams would do to Jarett Stidham?
Oh, he gonna Brady gas on it.
Oh, he would light him up.
And you know what Coach
There'd be
Belichick?
some self-sack.
And you know what Coach Belichick's gonna do to the quarterback Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah, heat him up.
Okay.
He's
fine.
promising. He's
Yeah.
promising. Mark, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Another guy that I'm hoping is going to be promising, rookie Dwayne Haskins. Should he start for the Redskins?
You hope so.
I'm curious what Skip is going to say about this one.
Always self-serving.
Interesting. We'll discuss all that next.